The veil's been lifted.
Good day, good day, good day. Yeah, long time I ain't give no blood clot video with some sense, you get me? So let me drop mine. If you check my other socials, you'll get them. But yeah, let me start this. Like, I don't know if mentioned this, like, you know, this is all for entertainment purposes only. You know, everybody think my mindset is a little bit different and all these things, and you might call me a madman, but hey, what? This is a dream I had a couple of years ago. I'm gonna do it short and sweet and wrap this video up. A couple of years ago, I didn't say much about it, but I had this video. I was in this room. Well, a big place, but it was all dark. You could only see the silhouettes of. There's many different shadows and shapes in there. It was like the United Nations, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't United Nations. It was like the United Galaxy. You understand? It was just different species in there. Like it was like a big congress. But in this congress meeting, they were saying, yeah, let's like we're gonna tell the world, we're gonna open up and tell the world that there's more than certain beings in the universe, and it's got to be more than one. Like racism's done basically, like different beings and stuff like this. And in that meeting, everybody wasn't happy. They wasn't sad or everything or the species, but they all came to this mutual agreement. So right now, I want to tell you motherfuckers, you know what they're here, right? It's on. The veil's been friggin' lifted. You understand? The veil's been lifted. They're here. That motherfucker here walking amongst us, we're resonating at a higher frequency. What's that called? Streaming frequency. If you check the streaming frequency, in the past, since before while COVID was going, it just went up. It just went up. It just went up. And certain people's body can't tolerate with that frequency. So after that, no low frequency people would never survive that. The White House just said on the Twitter, you know, COVID was legal, the vaccine it wasn't real. All of these things, the White House has declared it. Donald Trump gave everybody pardons. But what I'm saying is like that was the integration. Had to keep you in the house. You understand? The RCNI, which I always say, the AI, it's been there for a long time. It kept you in the house with a smart idea, why they integrated. You know what I mean? The chemtrails. The chemtrails was like a breathing mechanism. You understand? To help them, it's just for entertainment purposes only. Until, while in that time they took away cigarettes and gave you vape. Everyone thought vape was just for vape, but sometimes just for entertainment purposes only. And that might be like a puff pack, you know what I'm saying? Like oxygen pack. So I want to say stuff like, they're here, man. We got to get used to it. It's death to low vibration. The government's dropped out. There's no more fucking government. You know, everything is mixed up in it. They're in the blacks, they're in the whites, they're in LGBTQs. Some of the people that you think they're acting kind of strange because that's not them. They just body swap their blood clot. You think it's clones. You know what I mean? Well, shit been going on for years. Nanotechnology. What do you think nanotechnology is? Nanotechnology is parasites in your body. Parasites are more than what, they use that within there, talking about aluminum, them. We all need to be parasite cleaner. They're here. Different parasites here. They're taking control. You understand? And, you don't get with it, you don't get with it. But, ain't going to be going on. It's just a download, entertainment purpose only. I ain't going mad. Everyone's got their own thoughts. Some people think about what bread they're getting today. You know, all these spiritual people. Everyone can be spiritual. Everyone can be spiritual now. Spiritual is just knowledge. But then you got people that chose this life and are chosen. These ones, they are the ones that, like the so-called say with the warriors and vaccines, said, we ain't taking that. Go read the small print on the bottle. We do the natural thing. They put up a resistance and a detachment and went against the system to give the uprise. Start killing the beast. When we detached, became atheists to their shit. Yeah, let the Muslims kill them, the Catholic kill them, the Jews kill them. We're none of them. We're not even spiritual no more. So if normal people upgrade to spiritual, the spiritual people that just found out they're chosen, that made this dimension, this new dimension, parallel dimension, where all things are being revealed and all things are being uncovered. You understand? Those spiritual ones, they're just AI, they're just robots. We don't take everybody spiritual. Yeah, that's just knowledge. These people that come and they got no soul, of course they want to be in every group they want. They're going to be in the spiritual group too. You understand? That's why we detached ourselves and held this resistance. Yeah, because, they're in all groups. They're who you think you don't know. Everyone can have crystals. Y'all know got crystals but don't know how to use them. Yeah, you use crystals. Crystals don't use you. So, I'm glad I got my Asian self-awareness. You understand? That's what the chosen got. They start seeing their extra tools, their extra powers, their extra thoughts. And to everybody else, it's going to sound ludicrous. That's why they step back away. You understand? For everything. Because they're basically on vacation. That's why we got this little holiday team. Man's on vacation. So now, this chemtrails, this fucking, what's that fucking machine there? That machine they made there, hitting blood clot, where they say open up portals, whatever they got over there in Switzerland. I can't remember right now, just going into it, what a mad one. You understand? Resonating on a different frequency, we're experiencing new things. And that enables you to see your true self, your true power. And your Asian, you, self-awareness that can see you. Resonating on a different frequency means opening different things that you can't see, things between me and the phone. You understand? That means they got access to the grid. They got this grid that we're all living on. They got access to it. The AI has access to it. All seeing eye. Be careful. You understand? Time to you know, stop looking for silence. And then all this noise that you're fucking hearing, start listening to it and seeing, are those your thoughts? When you start thinking, is all these noise your thoughts? You understand? You ain't looking for silence. You're trying to hear that noise. Then all that noise that you think that are your thoughts will slowly fade away. Yeah? These ain't all my faults. I deal with downloads. So, some of y'all ain't even listening to your own thoughts. You people that you're listening to, the news, the podcast hosts, these dummies on social media, your friends talking chitty chitty chat 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 chat. Yeah, looking for partners, looking for fucking. You never been hungry in your whole life. You never always had a roof over your head, no matter if you don't understand. You're still here. You're hard to kill. You're chosen. So when you get rid of the noise in your head, you ask yourself, is that my bloody noise? Did I say that? And if you ain't sure, it will slowly fade away because it ain't confident. It just got there and weaseled its way within your mind, within your soul, within your spirituality. And there's people out here that put the parasites in you, yeah, to make you sleep so you can't see the great takeover. The veil has been recovered and they're here. Yeah? And let me tell you about the dream again. Yeah, like I said, big different entities. What you thought was ghosts ain't no motherfucking ghost, bruv. They're fucking different entities, different species. People, they've lied to us or told them it was just all kind of thing. What you thought was this, what you think was that. They're actually learning how to resonate in this frequency and take different bodies, fleshies. You understand? So there's zombies walking around in fleshies with no soul, but they're this different species. They don't have our soul, but they have souls, but not our souls. And they found out how to resonate here in the dream. And now we've made a treaty with all of these species. They riding around in UAPs wearing SUVs, but the government knows they're riding around in UAPs. And we got SUVs and telling you, oh shit, there's a spaceship. That motherfucker know how to go clone. They know how to go clone and you don't see them. So they're just showing you, motherfucker, Star Wars is right here, goddammit. Oh, shit.